tell me about how you perceived in Finland, right, and the rest of Europe?
Perceived. Things have been going on so hectically that actually we haven't had the time to really speculate what has happened and how does it affect our everyday lives or everything like that, because we've been working all the time constantly, like 2 years in a row or whatever. But it seems that things are going on fairly well, you know. Well, I'm able to pay my own rents and my phone bills, so in that sense it's beautiful.
How would you describe your music? Is it like, would you say it's gothic, would you say it's rock?
I'd say, hopefully it's a unique combination of those all of those things that we like, you know. There's a hint of Sisters of Mercy there, and there's also a bit of Neil Young in there, and hopefully loads of things.
Neil Young? Really?
Yeah, sure, I'm a huge fan. So nowadays I actually call it Scandinavian blues. I'd say that fits perfectly what we're doing. It's melancholic in that kind of Russian kind of sense. And
you would describe it as melancholy, would you?
Melancholy, not kind of like being dark in a depressing way. It's more like cathartic, you know, relief through painful situations, you know. It's about positive things, after all.
Okay, well, in your lyrics you mention a lot about death and resurrection and love and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
I've been watching too many horror movies when I was a kid, you know. Probably.
Really? Is that anything to do with your ancestry, because you're Hungarian ancestors?
No, actually, I don't know. You know, I've never met anybody from Hungary that would have been part of my family, because my grandma died a bit early, so she kept the secret within herself and never really discussed about it really like extensively. So I don't know. It's just death is a strong word, love is a strong word, resurrection is a strong word for everybody. So it's nice to use strong language, and everybody. You know, all you need is love, as they said a couple of times before, and usually everybody has something to do with that feeling or emotion, and everybody perceives it in totally different ways, so in that sense it's a lot more, it's like open for interpretation, you know, in those senses, so, it's all about money as well.
Okay, would you describe your sound as love metal? Because I've seen it in your reviews of your music, and they say...
When we started out, yeah, that's what we called it, because of course everybody wanted to put us in a certain category. We wanted the record shops to put their own category there, being love metal, and we being the only artist in there. So basically we're just striving for uniqueness in the same way, for example, the bands like the Sisters or U2 or Metallica, what they've been doing. Nobody discusses about what kind of music Metallica does, or Sisters of Mercy. They're doing Sisters of Mercy music and Metallica music and U2 music and whatever, so that would be a nice thing in the future.
So what are you going to be doing on Halloween?
Traveling, unfortunately. We bought a couple of like inflatable, you know, ghosts and vampires and stuff like that, so probably we're going to be on our tour bus. So we're going to have our little party there.
Okay, let me ask you about Wicked Game. You told me last time you did a lot of research for that particular video.
Actually, we didn't so much. We kind of were searching for places in Amsterdam, but it seems to be a bit too hard for even for us. You know, all those live copulation parties and stuff like that. It was a bit too hardcore for us. So we ended up being in here, shooting in London. Ville, the director, checked out loads of clubs here.
So you're all too chicken? You're all too chicken?
No, not really. We were just thinking that there's no worth of putting loads of money into a video that nobody's going to show. So we didn't. Probably, you know, when we're big enough, then we're going to do that really adult version of the same subject, hopefully.
Okay, so are you big fans of Chris Isaac?
Basically, I'm a huge fan of that one particular song. I used to be a huge fan of David Lynch, and when I saw Wild at Heart, it was the kind of like a theme to the movie. I fell in love with it and bought the soundtrack, and then we just tried it out, and it worked perfectly. So, you know, I've heard actually that Chris Isaac hates hard rock, and he's heard the version, but I don't know what he thinks of it. Probably hates it.
Okay,
we didn't mean it bad by doing it anyway, you know. We're not considering it to be a rape. It's a tribute in a good sense.
Okay, didn't you say something like it was, you saw it as Gone with the Wind, Lemmy embracing Madonna in the sunset?
Oh my god.
You said
that?
that?
I really said that. No.
That was you?
Yeah, I probably did, yeah. I'm saying loads of different things all the time, you know. I'm good in line. It could be something like that, you know. Lemmy and Madonna. Oh my Well, yeah, sounds quite true.
Is it true you got arrested in Amsterdam?
No, not arrested. I was searching for those places with the lovely director Bill, and one thing led to another, and we ended up partying the whole night. And we came back to the hotel. I ordered myself some kind of chicken vindaloo toast or whatever from the reception. I went upstairs. Unfortunately, passed out. The next thing was that I was just wearing my underwear, having my hands and my feet in cuffs, and I was surrounded by paramedics, cops, and people who used to be working or who were working in the hotel. And they checked out my pulse and checked out everything. I was wondering what the fuck's going on, and actually they didn't tell me. But I guess that it's probably that there's been so many tourists taking really shitty drugs or whatever, and the great SAS hotel don't want anything like that happening in their lovely premises. So they really broke down the door, and when I explained the situation that I wasn't on Charlie, I was on Jack Daniels, they were kind enough to leave. And before they shut the door, the manager of the hotel came in and said the great last words: "Would you mind, sir, if we would warm up your toast again?" And after that kind of stressful situation, tried to be as polite as possible and said that, "No, thank you, I just want to get some sleep." Nothing more dramatic than that.
So, when you worked in your dad's sex shop, what was the strangest customer or strangest request you've ever had, and what was it like working there?
Well, people brought loads of like really rude and cruel videos in there for exchange, stuff like that, really hard SM, with girls being beat up, like really beat up, and that wasn't really nice. Those were the people I drew up from there. But it's a personal thing for those people who can't really judge what is kinky and what is not. Everybody's got their own fetishes, whatever.
Do you have any? Any fetishes?
There's loads of course. It's important to have loads of those things. People can find out themselves.
You're not going to tell me?
No. They're too cruel, The people do within the band call me the Sadia of the 21st century, so I can tell you something.
Okay, we're not going to go there.
Right.
Okay.
Not that way.
Well, did working in your dad's sex shop influence the way you look or your sound or anything like that?
Hopefully not, But I didn't practice, singing by putting like large anal intruders into my holes in any sense or anything like that. So, of course, everything affects. It was an interesting job in a way, but rather boring. Because usually it's not so interesting, the people are not so interesting who come in or whatever. It's a psychological thing, it's just a salesman job, especially when the subject is kind of like hard for those people. You have to be really delicate in what you're saying and how you're selling those funny products, So basically, loads of people just came in there, bought just boring videos and boring magazines and stuff like that. So.
You and the band have tattoos and piercings and things like that. Are any of your tattoos